All right, guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Sorry for the camera situation. I'm recording off of my laptop and not my typical camera gear. However, we'll still work with it. First of all, just want to say sorry for the little bit of break. I know I haven't made a video in a little bit over 2 weeks, so I apologize with that. With that being said, we've been absolutely crushing it in the past month, 3 months, 1 year, and all time. Right, for an account that has literally been made in a year and a half ago. So it's absolutely phenomenal to see. Same goes with the retirement. So I'm super pumped there. Again, 3 months, this is not accurate. However, we killed it with the Ethereum run. The year is looking awesome, and the all-time, of course. So let's go ahead and just kind of dive into a recap on a lot of new positions that have been made and why, right? So we'll just kind of go top down. So first of all, JD, right? So JD was an interesting one because if you just kind of look on the chart here, I was buying JD right around here, right? And I have the receipts to show that, right? That was on the 26th. So essentially it's pretty much buying here, and then I added the 2 calls right there. But the reason being was not only is the PE really solid, that was always in my back pocket, but shares were being accumulated to start, right? That was a huge divergence. RSI was kind of looking and poised to break out since we didn't really hit a relative low on the 4-hour, right? We went lower on price but higher on RSI. That was a divergence. And then bottom of the line was the fact that the Bollinger Bands were very tight, right? So that shows that implied volatility is going to be pretty much dead, right? See how tight the 2 deviations are, right? So the reason I bought these calls was because it didn't really make any sense why they were trading like this, right? So my average cost for these options, right? These have over a year of expiring, like they expire in over a year, right? So, and they're trading for $6. It's like, dude, JD was at $45 earlier this year, and you're telling me to buy a contract that was only $6 for an at the money call? It was like, bro, like it doesn't make any sense, right? So I bought calls over that, or over just buying shares because of that, and it's been printing super nicely. So off of JD, Lululemon, pretty much kind of the same thing. Lululemon has just been beaten friggin' down like crazy, right? So, I mean, Lululemon was always kind of a buy in my eyes. I really liked how the PE historically has been, pretty much to levels we haven't seen since 2009, right? So that's post GFC. So I liked that. Keep in mind that the RSI is also flashing oversold. And honestly, that doesn't really matter because trends can still go down even if RSI is oversold, right? Yes, there's a divergence. However, this is all not confirmed yet. It was mainly because of this kind of trend that I acquired. And it reminded me of Eli Lilly, right? So I kind of just charting around, right? And I saw this breakdown, right? I also saw that on the monthly, the 200 moving average is right here. No shot it's breaking that personally. But Eli Lilly, pretty much was following the similar trend where it's just kind of headed down like that, right? So that's why I'm bullish on Lulu. I think that if they change their marketing up a little bit, it should be fine in that department. But yet again, their revenue and earnings have stayed pretty steady for forecasting. And honestly, it's just kind of the mean reversion play at this point. Right. So let's move on. Sweetgreen, you guys have already heard of. I like their expansion into different cities. I think that their margins are going to be fine once they figure stuff out, and it's just a play to buy at a low level compared to where they've been. QXO is a new addition as of today, and Brad Jacobs is the CEO. He's known for M&A and his other companies, so it's kind of a bet on Brad. But we are selling the $19 put, so hopefully getting filled at this order block. If not, we'll bring it down here and get filled around 17.5. We can always roll that option down. So there's that. And pretty much that's nothing's really new there. Nothing's new. We still hold Snapchat, which we have a really nice average on, about $7.50 to $8 across accounts. So we're picking up really nicely. And also keep in mind, I actually have not looked at Snapchat chart. Where is this volume coming from? Like, I mean, look at this friggin' volume. You know, I think that with all this volume, we should see some shares hopefully getting accumulated. Again, I actually just came on here now and I didn't even see the volume surging right now. So that's really, really interesting. Yeah, so shares are rapidly being accumulated. So that's definitely a good sign for us for Snapchat. Nonetheless, though, I do want to talk quickly about a stock that I've been eyeing up, and that is PayPal. I think that PayPal, and I found this using my screener, which is in VIP. If you are interested, I show you how to screen for stocks just like PayPal and other stocks that I've been in. But PayPal seems like a solid buy for me now. It's currently coiling, right? So we can kind of see it'll be deciding what to do shortly as it's going like this and going like this, right? So there's going to be some sort of breakout soon, and it's probably going to be around earnings. That's usually what stocks like to do. They like to think about it, decide, and then at earnings it makes this decision where to break. But overall, I pretty much like this stock because, well, look at their projected earnings and revenue. It's a super nice CAGR. We're making $5 pretty much to 7.5, and their earnings are supposed to go up as well. Multiply that with the fact that their PE is lower than usual, and it is a buy in my eyes, right? So let's not get that forgotten. It's a solid financial that I'd like to be holding down the road. But yeah, as of that, just wanted to shoot you guys a quick portfolio update. And that is that. So yeah, we'll continue to do good work, and I'll be on here more consistently next week to give you guys another update. So we will catch you